Hello, everyone. Welcome. Happy New Year. I have a question for you. Imagine that there is a platform where over 2 billion people are logging onto this platform each and every month. And these unique people are on this platform because they are actively searching for a variety of different things. They could be searching for things that will entertain them, maybe things that will relax them, also things that might inform or teach them something. Now, stretch your imagination a little bit further and imagine that you, as an entrepreneur with a service that has a very specific need for or offers a specific solution for an audience that has a very specific need, being on this platform or a platform like this, and those people being able to find you on that platform because they are searching for exactly what it is that you can provide them with a solution for. Wouldn't that be the most amazing platform that you've ever encountered or used? And so my question to you is, are you using it? And so for those of you who don't know what I'm referring to when I say, are you using it? I mean, if you haven't figured it out already, the platform I'm talking about is YouTube. So are you using YouTube? So today, in today's live, I want to share with you or ask you a question. Is your YouTube channel ready for 2024? Is it? Now, before I get into all of the details of what I'm going to talk about today, which really is just going to be about showcasing YouTube, understanding the benefits of it, how you should use it, how you need to prepare it, what you should be doing on the platform. I do want to share one little thing. It has nothing to do with anybody sponsoring this video or anything like that. I got an amazing gift from my son for Christmas, and I hadn't had a chance. I hadn't done a live stream or any kind of a video to share it. And I'm really, the more I use it, the more I love it. And it is this thing right here. It is a mug. It looks like just an ordinary mug. But if you can see, the name of it is Ember. And it is an Ember mug. And I don't know if you could see the steam that was coming off of it. But in the technology or technological world that we live in, that mug is actually on a plate that is plugged in to the power. I don't know if you could see, but it's plugged in. And even more crazy, it actually has an app. So I don't know if you can see, but the app says, once it's connected to the mug, what the temperature is of your beverage, whatever it is. I'm a huge tea drinker. Occasionally I drink coffee. And my son got it for both my husband and I because he saw that we would have mugs of tea on our desk all day long. And in a lot of instances, you kind of get crazed doing your work and you don't remember to drink the tea. So by the time I needed to drink the tea again, it was now cold, and I don't like to drink cold tea. So I would end up throwing it out. So he saw this, he got me this. And basically what this does is this app allows you to set your temperature. You can set the temperature of whatever the beverage is, depending on what it is. There's certain temp. So I'm going to set mine for black tea. And so this is the current temperature. That is the temperature I'm setting it for. So it's a little 20 degrees hotter than it should be. And over a period of time, you can see it went from 157 to 156. It will go down to 137, which is what I've set it to. And it will stay there for as long as there is tea in that cup. So I just couldn't wait to share that and thought that I would interrupt this video so that I can share that. So anyway, So that's that. Again, this is not being sponsored, even though if Ember wants to sponsor me, I'm open to any conversations that you want to have because I truly do love this thing. At first, I was like, oh my God, that's, what are you talking about? That's crazy. And then when I saw how it worked, I was like, oh my God, this is, this is ingenious. So I'm very happy that I have it. So anyway, so let's get back to, are you using YouTube for 2024? For those of you who are still sort of on the fence and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to really go out and get a YouTube channel yet or start using it, really and truly, YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world. It really is a platform where you should be putting your content out and you should have it searchable for the people that are looking for your content. And like I mentioned before, it could be that you want to help people relax, you want to educate or inform them, or if you want to entertain them, regardless of the reason that you want to create content, YouTube is the platform for you to put it on. Now, a lot of people tend to just throw stuff up on YouTube and say, okay, done it. I've got my YouTube channel. That's not actually what you should be doing. You should be making sure that you are creating content that ideally your audience, the specific people that want to learn about what it is that you do, that they're actually searching for, because that is the number one way for people to find you, is because they're going to go onto YouTube, they're going to put in their search box whatever it is that they're looking for, and the key to your success is to match what they're asking for with what you're offering. So it's really important that you know exactly who you're targeting, really, really specifically who you're targeting, especially if you're in a niche that's fairly broad. It is recommended that we try to get really specific on who it is that we're talking to. So that is something that over the years I've honed in on. Sometimes it's hit and miss depending on what it is that I'm talking about, but the key is to get as specific as possible, because that is the way that you are going to get found by your ideal audience. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see, and I'm going to be turning my head that way because the monitor for YouTube is on this side of my monitor, or my table, my desk. So what I'm going to do is just pick some random channels. There's no specific rhyme or reason behind what I'm doing, other than just to sort of go through some channels just to see what their branding is like, which is very important. A lot of people tend to ignore the importance of having branding, or branding your channel, I should say. And so it's really important that you do that, as well as having customized thumbnails. And that just doesn't mean making sure that you're on the thumbnail, or that you have a thumbnail and you're not letting YouTube choose, or you're not using the ones that YouTube automatically chooses. But there's a lot of thought that goes behind what thumbnail you should use, and the titles, as well as the text that you're going to have on your thumbnail. So look, we're just going to come over here. This is a channel that I use as a sandbox channel, if you will. I will use it if I just want to do some random searching and I don't want the algorithm to alter what it's already presenting to me on my other main channel, because that is another thing that YouTube does. For those of you who are not familiar with the algorithm, is that YouTube is really analyzing how you're searching, what you're searching for, what videos you're watching, how long you're watching those videos for, and therefore it's going to make those videos appear in your home page, as well as suggested in other places on YouTube. So because this is a one that I don't really use, it has actually some of the things that I talked about. So here are this one and this one right off the bat are two that are for if you just want to relax, if you just want to veg out. There are a lot of people that love to have ambient music that is playing. And sometimes they'll go on to, some people go on to Spotify, but other people will actually go on to YouTube and just play one of these things and be able to just, listen mindlessly. Now you can tell how long this one is. It's 12 hours long essentially. And you can see the number of views that it has been able to achieve. So that is maybe something that you might want to do. Usually business people aren't entrepreneurs, aren't doing content like this, but you can see that there's definitely a niche for this. Here's another one that's 2 years old, but and it's only about 4 hours long. But this is, music for studying and for concentration and to do work. So it depends on what your niche is. That certainly can be something. You definitely have educational and informational. So here we have Ramit. Uh, who is talking about getting rich or being rich. So he has a lot of educational content that is on his channel that's supporting a book that he has written. So let's click on this real quick. We're going to mute this for the time being, and we're going to get past this just so that we can get into what he's talking about. So this is a video that he's done. It's about shy of 11 minutes long, and it is based on his book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. And I don't know how many videos he has, but the channel certainly has a lot of subscribers. And so let's go to his channel real quick so that we can see what he has. And I am actually subscribed to this channel. I think I subscribed to his channel a really long time ago before he actually renamed it, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. It was under his name, Ramit Sethi. So anyway, so let's talk about all of the different elements that are on his channel that we need to make sure that we're doing for our channel. And it starts off with branding your channel. So first and foremost, this is an author. Now, granted, he's also an advisor and a coach and things of that nature. But right now, he's focused on his book. So he has the name of his book. It says by his name. And then he has his photograph on here. So if you're an author, this is actually perfect for you. Even if you're a speaker or a coach, this is a good idea. So basically, when people come onto this channel, the first thing that they see is the title of the channel that's here as well as here. And so if they are looking to learn how to be rich, sorry, this is the channel for them. So you want to make sure that your channel is meeting the viewer where they are. What is it that they want to learn about? Your channel art will convey that in the text and the imagery that it's portraying. And Ramit does that in spades here. Also, his brand colors are more than likely the same brand colors that are affiliated with the book, although I don't have the book in here. I don't have the book in here. It's in my bedroom. So I have to remember, I know that it had multiple colors on it. So, but it probably matches the branding from his website. So that's what I would recommend for businesses. If you have brand colors and fonts on your website, you're going to use that as well here in the banner art. And so you just want to make sure that when they land on here from just looking at the channel art, they are automatically going to understand exactly what they can find, the types of content that they can find on your channel. And if you can match that to your channel name, then great. Now, his channel handle is different than his channel name, and that is perfectly good. In his instance, because he is a celebrity of sorts, he can have his personal name as his handle. If you've been on YouTube for like a good long time and have gotten a following and people know you by your name, by all means use that as your handle. And that can be different than your channel name. If you are new to YouTube and you're trying to establish yourself and you are confident that the channel name that you're using that's up here is indicative of what you're going to be creating for your channel, then I would go ahead and create your or match your handle to your channel name. So that's what I would do. My channel actually has my business name, Virtually in Sync is my handle, because that I've had my channel since 2012. And so my identification has always been with the company name Virtually in Sync, but my channel name is Learn, Create, Market Videos. So that's a distinction that you can do if that is what you want. The next thing, he does this pretty well, and I'll go here. Okay, so on his about, used to be an about tab back in the day, but now it's just this little arrow that opens up. I love how he has his freebie and grabbing attention to it. Because back in the day, I shouldn't even say the day, a year ago, less than a year ago, you used to have that information up here in the channel art, but now they've moved it. So all of your links, and you have 12 links that you're able to use, but the very first one is the only one that is hyperlinked that you can click on from your homepage. So he's bringing attention to that by saying, download my free spending template below with an arrow. And then he does his little bio information. And he, again, doesn't need to put a tremendous amount of information here because he is well known. And he has a Netflix show, which if you haven't seen it, you should see it. And so when you look at it here, you see that it says the download my free spending template, and then that is the link here. So that's what you want to do. I would totally follow this. And I would just, the only difference is add more information in here about you. And then you can go ahead, and if you have a newsletter, if you want to share your website and all of the other social media platforms that you're on, you can certainly do that. And they'll just identify how many additional links it is. But the only way that they'll get to those additional links is if they click on this little arrow here. So then listed here, because I am subscribed, this is what I see when I come back on as a subscribed member, but I'm presuming, I can't remember, if I was not subscribed, he would probably have some sort of a welcome trailer or a video that he would want anybody that is unfamiliar with him, if that's possible for him. But anyone that's unfamiliar with him and unfamiliar with his channel, he would want that video to greet them. Then that's what he would have here. So I can unsubscribe to see that, but it's not necessary. But just know that that's where that would come. This For You section here is curated from YouTube, and they're doing it based on the historical searching patterns and kinds of content that you were always looking at. They will then scrape or review or go through that channel's content and select specific videos that they think, meaning YouTube, thinks that we would want to see, whoever it is that is watching the videos. And then as you go down, you can see that he has a number of playlists. So all of these videos relate to his book. This one is specifically on salary negotiation. This one is just his popular videos. And then I guess he has an ask or a FAQ section where it's Ask Ramit. And so anyone who has ever asked a question, he's done a video answering it, he has that listed here. So this just gives, again, the person that's coming on for the first time an idea of the types of content that they're going to find, and then probably a shortcut to being able to get to all of that content. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the thumbnails. So you can see these are really old videos, so they don't have thumbnails on them, but you can see that these are his most recent videos. And so there is a distinct difference between a video or an image that YouTube is going to select versus one that you're going to put up there. Now, I think that, and I'm going to use this as a caveat. I'm not sure how many experts are out there that's saying it. I think to a certain degree, if you are a celebrity, if you are someone that is well known, you can get away with doing certain things with regards to your title and thumbnail that a layperson like me cannot do. One of the things that is frowned upon because it doesn't help lay people is using the title of your video, that text in the thumbnail text that you're using. Having that as the same content is redundant. What you want to do is you want, for lay people, if you want people to be able to click on your video, you have to give them as much momentum as you can. And the way that you do that is you craft a title that creates curiosity, that says, okay, yeah, this is definitely something that I'm going to be interested in looking at. And then the thumbnail doesn't repeat the same title, but it gives something more that's in that video that can maybe even take the curiosity level up a little bit more, so that way they're definitely going to want to click on it. You then have to marry that title with an image that will then again create that need for, oh my gosh, I've got to learn, what is this? What is it that he's doing? What is it that, why does he look that way? Why, it has to create some sort of curiosity and questions within the person for them to want to click on it. So he does achieve that for the most part with some of his facial expressions, but he's still kind of repeating the same titles in this. And his views are out of this world, but it's because he's who he is. I don't think that we can get away with that in the same capacity. But at least he is using custom thumbnails. And granted, a lot of the images are stock images. They're just, and I've done the same thing too, where you try to create every kind of an emotion in your face. And YouTube does love faces in their thumbnails, but it's not the only thing that you can use. You can certainly use objects and things in your videos as well. The other thing that you want to make sure that you're doing, and let's click on this, and okay, that's muted. So let's pause this for a second. And this video is apparently a live stream video. So he was doing, I'm presuming, an interview. And it looks like he might be doing it with clients, I'm thinking. So he is doing this, and then let's go over here. The other thing, he has a lot of engagement, lots of engagement on this. The other thing that you want to look at is your video tags. Now, video tags are not as hot and happening as they used to be, but I think you should still use them within reason and make sure that they are keywords that are synonyms of whatever the topic is that you're talking about, as well as it could be the ideal or the exact title that you're using and the exact keywords that you're using. So I would still go ahead and use the keyword tags. Just understand that that's not the sole thing that is going to get your video found. The key two elements are your title, your video title, and your thumbnail, the imagery, as well as the text that is on your thumbnail, are the two things that are really important. The other thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is that you are writing a description that is descriptive of what the content of the video is. I would also go a step further. Again, Ramit does not need to do some of these things. I would put in chapter points, especially if it's a longer video. I would put in chapter points so that people could see what it is that you're talking about. And then you want to use this as an opportunity to promote newsletters and your website and any kind of a freebie that you're giving away and your social media links and all of that good stuff. And then obviously, if you have sponsors, you want to put that information in your description field as well. Okay, let's go back and see what else we can look at. And then obviously you want to use YouTube to put your shorts on there. And the shorts should be either custom shorts that you're creating just for the purpose of doing shorts. But if you are doing long form video and say, for example, you're this live stream, or if you're doing just a longer custom video that could be, 6, 7, 8 minutes long, you want to take shorts from that. There are a bajillion different repurposing tools that are out there. My personal favorite, I tend to have different favorites, but my personal favorite at the moment is Opus Pro. Loving it. But I've also used video.ai as well, and I enjoyed using that as well. But the one that I'm like obsessing over at the moment is Opus. And you can use that in order to pull the clips from your long form. So you just upload it onto that platform. And then you can say, I want shorts, and it will spit out at least 10 different shorts from your clip, depending again on how long your video is. The longer the video, obviously, the better. And what I love about Opus, and I know that Munch does it and video.ai, and there might be some other ones that do it as well, is they do a rating system. So they score it so that you can get an understanding on how likely the video is to perform well. It's not guaranteeing it, but it's saying that it has a great likelihood. And obviously, the closer you can get to 100, the better. Another tool that I use for repurposing is Kapwing. So like I said, there's a bunch of different ones that are out there that I love using, and it is a great tool for you to take your long form YouTube videos and then repurpose them into YouTube Shorts, and then you can share those on every other platform that exists as well, so that you can drive traffic back to your YouTube channel, which is the other thing that I want to make sure that you're doing. If you're going to spend the time and energy in creating a YouTube channel and content on your YouTube channel, please make sure that you are sharing it off of YouTube, meaning that you're just not letting YouTube do all of the hard work for you, that you're actually promoting it to your email list and to your social media platforms and things of that nature. And last, I want to invite you to reach out to me if you want to learn anything more about what I was just talking about today. You can schedule a free consult with me, or you can go to the ticker down below and check out my digital course that comes along with group coaching and accountability calls that start tomorrow. It's a 6-month course/program. If you need to get more help in figuring out exactly how you need to use YouTube, what kind of content you need to create, how you're going to create that content, and how you're going to manage your YouTube channel, I can help you with all of that in my digital course and my group coaching and accountability calls that will happen twice a month for the next 6 months. So if you're interested, click on the link below. So until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please share with anyone that you feel might benefit from this video. And please reach out to me. I want to connect with people. 2024 is my year for connecting and collaborating and doing joint ventures. So I want to meet as many people as possible. And so I'd love to connect with you as well. So until next time, see you later.